Hi guys, so today I'm going to finish up with the reviews for Diamond Press on HSN for Craft Day for August 11th. And so this item was sent for my review free of charge by Diamond Press, and all opinions are my own. And the links I'll have are affiliate links, so if you use any of those links to make purchases, I will make a small commission. So thank you guys so much. So this is the Haunted House dies and stamps. So we already made our pop-up. That's the first thing I tackled, which is so cute. And then I decorated the outside of the card in a video I released this morning. I guess it depends on when you watch this video. And we decorated the outside of the card. And we also had made our little gift bag that has tons of dies that you can use in other ways. The little gift bag is very versatile and that you can decorate with any dies that you have or any stamps, and it's really cute. So we have those two there. I'll have the links for all those items in the description box. And so today we're going to finish up with the Haunted House. And I'm curious about this one because I'm not sure what it's supposed to do. In the picture it looked kind of dimensional, and then the dies look interesting, so let's see. Alright, so we have our instructions, and it looks like you're going to layer up is what it seems like. So let's see. Our pieces, it tells you what pieces to cut. And then your base layer, optional, it says stamp spiders, ghosts, and pumpkins. And the base layer to show through windows and doors. That's really cute. The house dies. Okay, we're going to look at that in just a minute. And then the house center, that centerpiece for the front of it. And then you finish it up. So they do have some different things here. I was telling you to adhere the roof, the front porch. Okay, we'll talk about that in just a minute. So it has the steps so that you can layer it up correctly. And then of course you put it on your card or however you want to use it. So we have our stamps. Lots of cute little sentiments. We have trick or treat, happy Halloween. We have the little ghosts and little stars. Oh, that's sweet. I like things like that for backgrounds. Spooky, eek, handmade by. Oh, that's fun. That's a good versatile one. Happy haunting, boo, and then all the different little characters and fun things like pumpkins and bats and ghosts and more stars, which I really love. Actually, I would pile them all up together on the same block so that you can just do a whole bunch of different ones all at the same time. It always comes with another folder. And then here are our dies. So cute. Let me measure this one because this is basically the die itself, this background piece, and then this little guy pops up in front of him. But it's about 4 1/4 tall and 3 and almost 3/4 wide. So it's gonna be perfect for an A2 size card. And then this little piece that goes in front is just, I would assume, a little bit taller. No, it's about the same. Yeah, because it matches up here. Okay. And then we have all the pieces. So that's kind of what we're looking at. So that's kind of why, for me, I was like, what am I looking at here? So all these pieces here are on one die, but they cut different things. And then this piece right here cuts the 2 split levels that you're going to put on these outer pieces of your main die. And then we have that front piece and all the little, pieces that will decorate and make it really cute. So let me look at these instructions over again just so I can have an idea of what I need to cut. I'll grab some papers and we'll get to crafting. Okay, so what I'm going to do is pretty much use the colors I have here. That way you can follow along and you have it at home. And then obviously you can do whatever fun things for yourself. But just so you can kind of envision what that might be like. But the base layer, I'm going to use a yellow because this is pretty much as light a yellow I have. It's so bright, but that's going to work, I hope. And so what I'm going to do is trim this out. But what I'm going to do, I think, is just make the base a standalone card. We will see what happens. Okay, so for the base layer, just real quickly, I'm going to put these things down to the side, is this guy. And I'm going to take that, but I'm going to, like I said, make it into a card. So I just need to fold this and see where exactly this needs to go. Let me see if this is going to be big enough. Yeah, that's almost perfect. I could fold it the opposite way if I needed to, but this I think will be good. Because the very top of the card isn't showing through the other side anyway, so yeah, that's what we're going to do. So it's going to be like a little card, little tag. You can still put it on top of another card if you wanted a bigger thing, but I'm going to do this. You do not have to do this, okay? So I'm putting it on the fold. I'm barely making it so that this cut line does not cut. So I'm adding a little something different, but I'm going to build it up the same way as you see there. And so I'm just going to run this through the marquee. I continue to get the question asked about folders and what I do to not let them warp. They warp. They warp after a while and they continue cutting. So that's not a worry of mine. It doesn't look beautiful, but they cut just as well. This is another one I've been using for a while. That one I just showed you was the very first one I ever used when I began the reviews on the marquee. So it's been several months and she still cuts. The reason I use this one a little bit newer is for large cards, because sometimes if it's really warped, it might give a little like crease on your paper. It might, you know, make like a little crease here, somewhere in there. So I rather use a newer one and reserve that one for large dies like this, and then I keep using the other one for small dies. That way it preserves this one being a little straighter, and that works out for me. Okay, so that's our base, and it's gonna be a cute little card. Look at this. Okay, but again, you don't have to put it on a fold line. You would just cut it out because that's your base. Okay. So I'm gonna look at the pictures and I'm just gonna tell you what I'm gonna cut out. When I come back, I'll have the pieces. I think that's probably the easiest way, or because we're just cutting. So again, I'm using the same colors that we have here. So for this deeper orange color, I'm gonna cut out this whole die. Everything that cuts out of that is gonna be the deep orange color. Okay, so you see the split die. This longer die right here, that's gonna be like a lighter orange color, is coming from this piece right here. It also comes with these two little pieces that are going to be extra, okay? So we're going to cut this out of a lighter orange. Out of the black, just running through all these details right here. All these pieces are going to kind of fall apart. Like this is a piece, this is a piece, this is a piece. So I'm going to run this through with black paper. And then we have a lighter kind of purple color that I'm going to run through with this one right here. So this die is going to cut all those pieces in light purple. And then on this one, I'm going to use a darker purple right there, and then I'll be right back. All my little pieces. I was kind of showing you in the video, or you know, as I was working, what to keep. Like this, on this one, you have the two side pieces. You have like a little maybe window. I'm not sure what this is, but you also need these two little pieces. Okay, so don't get rid of those. That's those, and then these pieces are all here. We have all the dark purple pieces, our yellow base, and all our black accent pieces. Okay, so I'm gonna bring the base back, and like I said on there, you can stamp in different areas to kind of make it look like things are coming through the windows. Now, I suppose what you can do as you're looking at that is like, okay, bring these over because these are going to be here, and kind of have an idea of what's going to show up where. So I'm going to put a bat at the very top. And since I want these to be just really great, there's a little bit of a kind of like a film on these when you first use your acrylic stamps. So I'm using my VersaFine or Stays On. Those are always really great because they just stamp really well first time out. And I have an idea that this one's a big guy, but I'm going to put it here anyway. Okay. And then these other little areas, I'll just kind of come in. Again, maybe spider webs like I have here. And you're going to want it to show through this little window, so you kind of have an idea of where that might be. And maybe in here, maybe that's completely off, I don't know. We'll see. Again, this is optional, you don't have to do all that kind of decorating. Cute, okay. And maybe I'll just add a little more over here. That's cute. So cute. I love these kind of little stamps. Especially spiderweb stamps, I don't know. And since we have so many spider webs, maybe I'll put a little spider in this window. So again, it's about there. Like here. You can see him in there a little bit. You know what? Let's give him a buddy. There we go. Alright. And that's good for me for now. Let me put this away. And if we look at our instructions, so that is part 2. And then house sides adhere, house sides to base layer. Again, you can do this as flat or as dimensional as you like. If you want to pop them up, pop them up, pop them up, that's up to you. But we're going to adhere the roof details, then the roof sides, and the wainscoting. Very fancy. Alright, so we're going to stick these guys down. People ask me a lot of times what my favorite glue is. I don't know that I have a favorite glue, but for something like this, I'm going to use like this all-purpose glue. It's very comparable to like Zig. Zig's a little better because Zig dries fast. Zig Fast Dry, I guess, or whatever it's called. Zip Dry? Is Zip Dry? I don't know. I used to use that all the time, but it's just, I haven't picked any up recently. So I like these kind of glues because this does not warp your paper. Now, I like tacky glues because they hold on really fast, but a tacky glue, kind of like some of the Tombow, it just depends, Elmer's, obviously, things like that. Just your regular white glue will tend to warp your papers. But I've been getting this question a lot recently. So maybe because I'm always switching out glues, trying different things, or using them for different applications. See, like this one, I can still let this one move probably for another couple minutes because it takes a while to dry. Whereas the tacky glue would pretty much within like 30 or 40 seconds of holding it down, it won't move anymore. It would be very hard. So, you know, but again, it warps your paper. So I would be very careful with that glue depending on how you use it. With this kind of recollections paper, it's very thin and it will react very poorly to tacky glue. So I'm not going to move this much. I'm just holding it down for now because like I said, I can still kind of move this if I wanted to. Okay, next thing is the black pieces here. Oh my gosh, recently I've had a hard time picking things up off this paper. Here we go. So, is that how it goes? Yeah, one goes here and one goes here. So we're just going to stick those down. Again, whatever dimension you want to put on these, if you want to make some dimensional, if you're going to make this part dimensional, I would stick the purple accent pieces on it first and then come in and put it down. That way you're not pushing down your dimension, unless you use foam adhesives, because foam's not going to move. But I like to use the 3D glue gel, and it would definitely move if I kept pushing down other colors on layers, should I say, on top. Alright, we got that. And then the next thing is from the deep purple colors is these two little pieces here. And then our wainscoting is also here. So cute. So on this one, I'm kind of lining it up in the center. Hopefully you can see that because there's still some black edge here, a little black edge on top. So it's kind of in the center, but all the way put here. As you can see, I can still move it because it's that all-purpose glue. It still has some movement, which is nice because you can adjust, right? If you need to. And a little here. How cute would this be to run through some embossing folders or use some glittery paper or whatever it is that you like, obviously. Right now, I always like to get the technique down so you have an idea and then go from there. Okay, and then we have our little wainscotings down here. I want to see if these are perfect squares or rectangles. They look like they're angled a little bit. So this one goes this way. Hope you can see at the very end of it, it's angled just a little bit. So yeah. So that little angled edge should go out to the edge of the house, because the house, I don't know if you can tell, is angled a little bit there. Let's see. So this glue does dry transparent but shiny, and you can always wipe it off later with one of those little rubber eraser things. I always forget the name. Okay, so I'm gonna let this dry for a little bit, and then we're gonna build up the middle section. Okay, so I'm gonna put this to the side for now because we don't need this for another little bit. And I'm gonna bring this middle section out. And actually that little piece is a door, it says. So it's you can pop this open if you like. You can just leave it closed, but however you want. But for now, give it a little zhuzh just to get it ready if you're gonna end up using it in a way that you can open it. I am gonna use a little bit of my tacky glue for this part. But this is so small, it's not really gonna make a big difference. Come on. Just put on this little piece here. And I stick that to my door. Alright. And then they're showing you just to do the black piece and then like the light purple piece that goes on top of that. So we have this little guy. Again, definitely you can play with these layers. It can be very dimensional if you like. From every single one of these layers can be more dimensional than the other. And then this little guy goes on top. Super cute. So again, that bat that I stamped might be a little bit big, but that's okay. There are smaller ones in the kit. And I'll put this here. Alright. And I believe, is that it for that layer? Yep, we got the door, we got the top, and then the little topper. I'm gonna let that dry a little bit because the next thing we're gonna do is build up this cute little porch area, and then we just put it together, and that's it. Okay, last little bits. So we're just gonna stick this down. I'll probably put some glue here, a little here. It's kind of a lot of glue. I'm just gonna wipe some of it off with my hand. And pop that down right here. And then we have our little accent pieces, which are this. So cute. And then you can build up a background for it. And initially that's what I was going to do. I'm going to put it on a card. I was like, oh, I'll use some of my mousses, my embellishment mousse and things like that. But then I was like, oh, you know what? It can make its own little card. So it might be more of a tag because it's kind of small, but it's very cute. Little shaped card. And then we have these two pieces that I believe go like this. I'm assuming, yeah, because I don't think, yeah. So hopefully you can kind of see the way they work here, like this and like this. So cute. Let me see where I'm supposed to place this, just so I have a better idea. All the way down. That's interesting because it makes it like a 3D kind of look, or a more dimensional look, just with that little piece of shape there. There we go, here we go. Alright. So there's that section. I'm gonna let this dry, and then we're just gonna layer on top of the other. Before I move on, I was like, moving on, let this dry. We have these last little pieces, if you recall, these little areas here, and those two tiny little squares. So basically they go here. So I'm just gonna adhere some of put the glue down, and then get my little pieces. And I just want to make sure that they're die cut, so that they're the nice rounded edges on top. Okay, there we go. I thought it looked pretty dimensional already, but this adds a lot of detail to the stairway. How cute. Okay. And here. Oh my gosh, that adds so much. Okay. Let me just make sure this is in the right spot. And then right on top of that are those two little darker orange pieces. So this little guy. Okay, wow, that's a lot of detail. Like just with that, it just makes it pop. Alright. Okay, now after I stick this one down, I'm just going to let it dry really well. And just pop this with some dimensionals on top of that first layer of house, our card layer. And we'll be done. Okay, I think we're good. I'm going to bring this back. So cute. And again, you can just, you know, stick that right down. Look at that. Oh my gosh, this is so cute. But I'm going to pop it up just a little bit with some 3D glue gel. I love the little details, like all this little spiky stuff, and so cute. I know a lot of you guys already ordered all 4 sets that Diamond Press brought to HSN, so enjoy them. And I heard from some of you guys that you're waiting to see how to do this before choosing the haunted house, so here we go. Alright. And I'm just going to pop that right on top. Oh, that little dimension looks really cute because the other part of the house looks recessed. It just looks a lot more real, if you will. So cute. I wiped the glue off my hands. Okay, and if this was an element for a card, obviously you would make your card base and you'd pop this on there. Let me see here. Obviously it's a little much for this one, but look at that. You can even do it this way and have it sticking out the top a little bit, and that's just more dimension. But generally it would be this direction. So I just want you to have an idea of how big this is. On a standard A2 size card. Oh my gosh. I should pop this on here right now. I have this card would be really decked out with all of that, right? Too funny. Alright. So I do want to point out, because it's saying these other items are optional, all the different dies that are in this set here. Obviously I just used them, so some of them, oopsie, are missing or have paper still stuck to them. But you have a moon, you have the little bats, the little ghosts, you have your pumpkins. So you have lots of things that you can kind of play with there to do a little more if you're making a whole card base. And, oh, look at these little pumpkins. I didn't even notice how cute they are. Alright guys, I hope you think that was a cute little project, especially if it makes its own little card. You just, of course, glue it shut because of the all-purpose glue that's seeped out the side. There we go. It's a little shaped card. So cute. You can still put a sentiment on this too, on this outside piece. Just put it wherever you like, or, you know, something about Halloween there. Alright guys, thanks for watching. I'll have the links for all the different items that will be on demoed on HSN on the 11th. But otherwise, they're available now if you want to pick them up. Alright guys, thanks for watching. I'll see you all at the next one. Bye now. Okay, I can't help it. I was going to edit and I was doing all these things and I thought, oh my goodness, one other thing I would like to do. I think that'll be cute. So real quickly, my kids are up. I was just gonna make pictures of it, but I thought, no, it's better to make a quick little video at the end here. I'm gonna take that. I'm gonna take this with a scrap of black paper. And of course, I don't know where my tape went, so I'm just gonna put this to the side. I just had it. There it is. I think we can layer up a cute moon and maybe some bats behind the card, and I think that'll be really cute. I just had to do it. I know a lot of times I'm like, well, because like I said, I wanted you guys to see the basic technique and then just have that information, but there's so much more. And what would be really cute too, even behind the house, is to add, behind the door, I forgot to stamp there, because I only stamped some of the areas, but that's a really cute area to stamp, of course. So we have this guy, and I was thinking I can put it here, or I can put it behind the card. That probably wouldn't bother anybody. I could put it here though too. So maybe we'll put it there, just so when they pick it up, it's a nice blank area here. So let me just get this glued down. I'm gonna put a little glue on here. I'm gonna put a little dot here, a little dot here, and just add these guys real quick. Give that guy a little movement. And this one too, just kind of flex his little wings. So I have a bunch of pictures because I was editing when I thought, oh, what a cute idea. So I'll try to add these pictures in at the end there. But now you have another little idea, a little something extra. Oh my gosh, look at that. Cute. All right, guys, I will see you all at the next one. Bye now.